Hello and welcome to another episode of Pony 411. This is episode 279 for the week of October 6th, 2019. I am Alca7raz and joining me as usual is Nemesis.
Yo.
Yes, it is spoopy month. The spoops have begun. Yeah, it's been quite a interesting week, hasn't it? A bit. Some interesting things have happened, and a lot of it we're actually going to talk about later in this episode because they're going to be on our news section. But outside of that, and outside of pony stuff, we saw Promare.
Yeah, Promare. Anime movie.
Yes, we saw some non-pony anime stuff, and it was really good.
It was really good.
It was really good. Highly recommend if you ever get a chance to see it. It's limited theatrical release, so good luck. But if you do get a chance, I highly recommend it. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on, ups and downs and stuff like that. All over the world this past week, things are happening.
Still.
Yes. So
long process.
Yes. See how they turn out. So we do actually have pony stuff to talk about, though. That's what we're actually here for. We have a little bit of news to go through. I guess it's standard expected amount. No, not too big, not too small. We have an actual episode. It's essentially the penultimate pony episode before we get into the finale stuff. And we got a little bit of fan content after that to talk about. No comics this week or anything else. So let's get started with the news as we normally do. If you would like to follow along, and I do recommend that you do, you can find all of our show notes with links to all the articles we're going to discuss here at pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. Remember, that's spelled LIBSYN. So go there, click the link for this episode, and let's get into this. In fandom news, Them's Fightin' Herds has a documentary on the making of the game. It's like 40-something minutes long. I haven't yet gone through it, but it's there, so check that out if you're interested. Mayhem 2 is happening. This is like a rock festival after party thing for conventions, and this is happening after Ponyville Cider Fest. So if you're going to that, you may want to check it out. I saw ISMBOF in the lineup, and I'm very interested in that because I haven't seen him in the fandom for a very long time. If you're going to Cider Fest and you're going to that, I consider you lucky. And I envy you. Anyway, moving on to merchandise news. A limited edition My Little Pony Magic the Gathering set has been announced. Mm-hmm. This is a special charity piece. It's got 3/4 cards in it, along with some play mats and things like that. It's very interesting. You have it up, so go ahead and make some comments.
Yeah, it's $50.
30 of which go to charity.
Seattle Children's Hospital.
Yes, so only $20 of the set go to
Hasbro.
Wizards of the Coast owns Magic.
Yeah, and they're owned by Hasbro.
So,
so it goes to Hasbro.
Yes, so $50, but more than half of it goes to charity.
Mm-hmm. And it'll be available to order on October 2nd through November 5th.
Yeah,
22nd.
There's only 3 physical cards in it. There's a Twilight, a Rarity, and a Luna that has an ability. You flip it over and it becomes Nightmare Moon kind of thing.
Yep.
So apparently I've heard the silver border means they're not legal for tournament play, which I guess is expected, but.
Also, it's called Ponies the Galloping trading card set.
Yep, Ponies the Galloping.
Also, Twilight has kind of a joke effect because it's literally impossible to pull off.
Yes. Requires cards that don't exist. Also, it's Exodia, sort of.
Yeah. Everyone wins.
Every pony, get it right.
Everyone wins.
It literally says on the card, every pony.
Everyone wins.
So yes, it actually looks really neat.
If you're into Magic.
I mean, I used to be when I was in high school. Then parental units didn't like it for stupid reasons, and I ended up falling out of it. Yeah. Oh no, they're evil. We have to burn them. Literally.
Oh, geez.
Yes. I was not happy. Anyway, we're not here to talk about...
I spent money on that.
Yeah. Moving on to difficult topics. Kotobukiya news. The rarity figure has been fully revealed in color and everything and is up for pre-order. So if you've been waiting for that one, it's up. So get your pre-orders in.
Still $90.
Yep. And the Dash sculpt has been revealed. So I am very excited. One step closer.
Unless it gets canceled.
No! We were literally discussing this on Tuesday.
I know.
About the Kotobukiya stuff, and I'm worried that it'll take so long that they'll end up canceling it for some reason right before it comes out, and I'll be so upset. But the sculpt is out, which means we're one step closer and a little bit less of a chance of it getting canceled. I guess. I want to hope. I want it. I want it so bad.
Weird, they're going to do Applejack last.
Watch. That's the one that'll get canceled.
As if AJ fans are already in a bad position.
Yep. That one would just be... It would be very sad.
Or they changed the last second to not include the hat for some reason or another.
Well, because like on the Dash sculpt, they even said that it's still awaiting licensor approval, so watch that be the change. Get rid of her hat. That would be really sad, but also kind of funny. Anyway, continuing on, Apple Books has a preview for the Friendship is Magic comic issue number 83. So if you're into those, go check that out.
Mm-hmm.
And a really big piece of news. Season 10 is happening.
Kind of. It's in comics forms only. Yep. IDW is essentially doing season 10 as the comics. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah, I've been seeing that's about the general reaction. It's like, yay content, but IDW... It's been hit or miss on some things.
Particularly the main series.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's good. I always hope they're good. I want more pony content.
We all hope they're good, but... Thing is, for me, it's just, this is not the first time they've done the thing of let's do a comic continuation of a popular show. Often doesn't go well because you got the comic people who just don't quite get the show as well as you'd think they would or whatever and stuff. So it kind of goes weird tonal, whatever.
Yeah, also apparently none of the show people knew this was happening.
Yeah, it almost looked like, I saw it. I'm not sure I'm reading too much into it, but it almost feels like Mike Vogel is kind of a little maybe upset about it.
Yeah, I saw that tweet. I wasn't entirely certain why he used that GIF.
Yeah,
but then he explained. He later explained it was more that I've never heard this before. It was literally the announcement that the world got was the first time Mike Vogel had even heard that it was going to be a thing. So it's like, I would have liked to have a little bit more internal discussion and working between the teams before they handed it off. Apparently that didn't happen.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm worried. Is we've seen the comics and their general quality has kind of been sometimes all over the place. And I'm not sure, again, how it's going to pull off. I mean, they said there's going to be a mix of one-offs and arcs in it. So it's like, the thing is...
Which is basically how the show goes, but
actually, it's basically how the comics of the show itself tends to be very much mostly one-off episodes, very rarely having overarching things.
Well, they have like a season overarching thing that they touch on a few episodes, and then throw the normal slice of life in the middle.
I mean, season 9 is, I think, the most extensive they've ever done, really. I mean, even compared to season 4, regarding overarching stuff.
Yeah. But it's always been kind of a thing. Like, there's a theme that every now, like...
When I say overarch, I mean, they did before, which is, 4-issue arc story type stuff. And the thing is, well, as you said, IDW is really inconsistent in their main series about everything. We've seen some really bad issues, but we've seen some pretty good issues as well. But it just depends. A lot of it is going to depend on who's writing it and whatnot, and if they really get the characters. And it's the other thing is it's I can't really talk about it really without I guess it's just some, because at this point it's I don't think this is really a spoiler because we already know Twilight is taking over, right?
Right, we know that.
There's how that's going to be really difficult to gel with further adventures possibly in the future if they're going to do this.
Yeah.
So it's kind of in a weird spot.
Yeah, they said the writers, they have some new writers, but they also have old writers who have been there for a while too.
Mm.
But that's part of the course for even the show seasons.
So yeah, I'm not sure about
we'll see what happens, but we have some concerns.
Yeah.
General concerns, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully it goes well.
April 2020.
Yep, April 2020. And the last little bit of news, Part 4 of Sunset's Backstage Pass is up on YouTube, as expected.
Part 4.
Part 4. I can't remember, is there 5 parts, or how many parts there's going to be? Is that the last one?
No. Definitely not the last one.
Definitely not the last one. So we have more parts, and there's probably going to be another one that's released between when we're recording and when we release.
Yeah, so enough this week they only did 1 release versus 2. Yeah. I'm not sure what that's about. It's like almost like before, like they're just trying to catch up or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Their release schedule is kind of weird. But I would not be surprised if Part 5 shows up before this releases. Unless you got anything else to add about those releases, I think we're at the end of the news.
Yep, that's it.
That's the end of the news. So I said no other comics that we're going to discuss. We only have the show episode to talk about. The show episode, not the podcast episode.
Let's get meta.
So yes, meta. Anyway, show episode this week is the Big Mac question. Quick synopsis. Big Mac and Sugar Belle try to propose to each other and everything goes horribly wrong. Yeah. But it works out in the end.
Yes. There you go.
Probably my shortest synopsis.
Perfect.
This is a fun episode.
Yeah. I told you. All the episodes from here on out are great.
Yes, this is a really fun episode. So yeah, a little bit more detail in that synopsis.
Well, that's the whole point. We're going to go over the detail over the course of the discussion.
Yeah, Big Mac wants to propose to Sugar Belle, but wants to do this whole thing with making a special park bench, like the first time he asked her out, and then putting these messages on apples and making her go on a scavenger hunt that would lead her to him. But Discord gets involved and everything goes haywire because Discord just screws everything up. But at the same time, apparently Sugar Belle's trying to do basically the same thing, but putting messages in apple treats and overworking Mrs. Cake to do it. Which Spike then messes up.
Yeah, a lot of mess ups.
Yeah,
of course.
But it all works out in the end.
For once, the CMC didn't really do much wrong.
Exactly, the CMC did nothing wrong.
Which is weird.
I know, it's weird. And they were still blaming themselves during the episode. It's like, why are you...
They're so used to being at fault. That's why.
They're just, they got used to just always having to apologize for their actions. You didn't do anything this time.
But you didn't do anything.
Except this time it was a good thing they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it like I said, it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Discord up to his antics, and it just works so well.
One thing I really like is they kind of went back to what they did back in Saddle Review with the post-story interviews type stuff.
I was trying to think, okay, where have I seen this before? Because I think other TV shows and stuff have done it too. It's a common thing. But yeah, the whole interview kind of scene.
Yeah, I remember it was weird because I remember Nick Confalone said way back when that they were probably never going to do that again because apparently a lot of kids found it confusing, but I guess they decided, we'll do it again anyway.
They did kind of tone it down a bit compared to Saddle Row Review. It wasn't as big of a thing. The thing still stayed fairly linear.
Yeah.
Not that much, though. It's not like some other non-pony things that have done that, or because they were all like, they're talking about it like being from their perspective, but they didn't really show the events from a different perspective. They just, like I've seen in other places. I've seen in other stories where they do something like that, but then they like retell the story, and events happen differently because it's from someone else's perspective. That they did not do here.
Oh, that PPOV was the other one.
Yeah, that was the other one, and that's one that they did that, where the events happen differently.
Yeah, this was also written by Haber and Vogel.
And they did a very good job.
Yeah. What's interesting is they haven't really done something they really haven't done before, which is they got to the halfway point of the episode, and then they went back and did it again from the other perspective, and they haven't really done that before.
Yes.
That's a very interesting set. Partially, I think it's just one to realize, okay, the story doesn't really go through a full 22 minutes, so...
Yeah. No, that actually reminds me of a movie, a Denzel Washington movie. Point of View, actually, is what it was called, if I remember correctly. It was like an attempted assassination on I think it was a president, but it took something else. But it was retelling the same like hour from different people's angles and points of view. So you see things happen different until the very end when it's fully revealed, and it continues on linearly from there.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. So kind of similar to that in a way.
Yeah, there's a lot of just fun little goofy things in this. I think a big one just being the whole Apple thing.
Apple's the talking apples, and this just Discord at its finest.
Trying to help, but man, he doesn't really know how to help.
He doesn't know how to help, and he doesn't get it. He doesn't quite understand what Big Mac is trying to accomplish or why it's important to do it in certain ways. So he just kind of like half-asks it, and it just goes horribly wrong. But then we have Spike. Interesting. Spike plays himself up as this like big romantic.
Hopeless romantic.
Yeah, hopeless romantic. And for the most part, he actually kind of gets it. Especially in the beginning when he's, exactly predicting what Big Mac is wanting to do.
Yep.
But, yeah, in the end, he still messes things up.
Yeah.
Although the little snide comments, I guess it was probably actually a good thing because the pastries weren't that great.
Yeah, because we had the bit where it was like, because she just, you got the CMC looking at it. That's like the 6th or 7th time she's added sugar to that.
Trying to do too many things at once. Mrs. Kate got kind of messed up on where she was and started messing up the recipes.
21 desserts at once, which
yep,
you probably could have dropped it down a little bit because.
But she wanted to use as many words as possible to offset.
Well, then just less paper. So it's like 5 rather than 22 of them.
She wanted to use as many words as possible, and then every word on its own piece of paper. It's like, holy crap.
Oh, Granny Smith's dream.
Oh, geez. Oh,
one long Star Trek reference.
One huge Star Trek reference that her and Grandpa were in outer space on an adventure, and
the Goldie Explorer, where no ponies go where no ponies gone before.
And then Mudbriar was there being super logical.
He had weird pointy ears.
And Discord showed up, and he was pretty much the same. It's just like
then he even had a musical sting, which was very Star Trek-like.
Yep, huge Star Trek reference.
It's like, might as well just get one last one in there, I guess.
Yep, throw it in there. Also, the really subtle Jurassic Park reference around the same time as a giant apple starts stomping.
Yeah, this is the beginning reference to Three Amigos.
Oh yeah, was that the outfits? Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
There's that.
There's another one with the goat and something. It's like way too blatant to not be a reference, but I didn't catch it.
Maybe you're just reading too much into it.
I might be, but it might be a red herring, but it looks like it's referencing something. I just don't know what it is.
The Big Lebowski ponies showed up again.
Yep, because the CMC were trying to find Big Mac, and
there's also like how Apple was trying to be all cool.
Well, there's also Apple Bloom. Granny Smith always tells me to start in the least likely location. I go to the bowling alley, and then later, Granny Smith always tells me to wait. And once it's like,
I just like Sweetie Belle's expression is like, "Are you kidding?" It's just, I'm just shocked. It's like, "Are you kidding?" Like, did she not listen to herself?
Apparently not.
Or Scootaloo just giving this glare when Apple made a bad pun. This glare of like, why would you do that?
Which is the proper response to puns like that.
Perhaps.
Although, when Apple Bloom said it, she just sat there with that smug face the whole time. It's like, you knew it was a bad pun, and you did it anyway. Revel in the pun. The ending was really sweet and heartfelt, though.
Oh, yeah.
We
can weather anything as long as we're together, which we're going to be forever, because...
Yeah. And they had their confession at the Para Apple Twist tree. Yeah. Proposal.
Confession is way earlier.
Confession is but the proposal
is even though at the cherry blossom cherry tree.
There's a Para Apple. Yeah, the final proposals and all that sort of stuff that happened at at their parents' tree.
And they got married there.
And then they got married there, which is...
Same place that Big Mac's parents got married.
Yep.
Hey, look, there's the Apple family, including Applejack finally showed up and everything.
Yep, Applejack finally showed up. And it looked like her gala outfit.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Or a variant of.
Yeah. Verity would never let her use the same outfit twice.
Of course not.
Especially for a wedding.
Yeah, I'm not actually that surprised Verity was there. They're Apple family is very closely tied, so I'll probably try to keep it as close to a family-only event. Although Sugar Belle doesn't have family other than the three from the town, but that's about as close as we're going to get.
Those three, no one else.
No one else. No Starlight.
Why wasn't I invited?
Because you made our lives miserable.
That'd be funny. It's like, honestly, I'm still not having totally forgiven you for what you did. That's fair.
That's fair. But yeah, nice heartfelt ending, nice and sweet.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's just of course he did the whole thing of like CMC looking for Big Mac, just barely missing him, stuff like that.
Screwdriver.
Yeah. No, they're just the fun thing, which is that everyone says these names. Everyone's saying his names.
Oh yes.
Big Mac, Sugar Belle,
Discord, Mrs. Cake. What did I do? It was so great. This Mrs. Cake just like on the constant verge of just panic.
It's gonna break down because she's pretty frazzled right now.
Poor Mrs. Cake.
And the other weird gag, the Discord and Apple both shouting something supposed to be secret really loud, and every other pony's just looking around all confused.
And the birds flying away.
What? Yeah, stuff like that. It's a really fun, energetic episode.
It is. A lot of little gags all over the place. Keep things interesting.
Big Apple just say, Sugar Belle, I loved you.
What?
Oh, yeah, there's another thing, patent reference.
Oh, yes. Yes, when Discord sent his troops out, his Apple troops out.
And but bananas.
But yeah, banana thing, because banana phone.
Ring, ring.
Ring, ring, ring. Banana phone.
Let's not do that.
Let's
not resurrect that one.
But that wasn't the only interesting thing.
Oh, no.
There was another interesting thing. Very subtle in the background. We had another proposal.
Oh, no.
We did. Lyra and Bonbon
proposed to each other.
Yes, they proposed in the background.
Pretty blatant.
If Lyra was literally, well, I'd say on one knee with her 4 legs, so was down on a knee and opened the ring to her.
Bonbon outside and then pull out her ring box.
Yep. They proposed to each other.
Yep.
There is zero doubt.
Zero.
You would have to the mental gymnastics and the amount of denial you would have to be just to try and ignore that as.
So what conservatives usually do?
Yeah, usually. But like we've always said, we want to see this, and Lyra and Bonbon are like the most obvious couple.
They finally
and
did
to really sell
it.
There was earlier ones, the whole best friends was super blatant, and there was other things.
Remember though, that was that when they kind of actually went on Twitter and said, no, they are just friends. And we're like, really?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the last one was. It was really blatant. There was another.
Those two?
Or any of the other ones where it was just like, there's no denying this. The Chris one, there was another one earlier. I think it was this season or maybe last season.
Not really.
But this will top it all in blatancy.
Mm-hmm.
They literally proposed to each other right there on screen.
Oh no, we're in here corrupting your children. Gay marriage.
Yep. We literally had a gay proposal, lesbian proposal right there on screen. So all y'all haters
eat it,
can
bigots.
Shut it.
Yeah. You want to yell at us about our unprofessionalism.
So yes, there it is. 100% blatant. They finally did it. They actually did it. Hasbro let them do it. It's there. I'm very happy.
Lyra Bond is canon.
Lyra Bond is literally canon. Literally. Undeniable. It's great. Very happy to see that. Wish it, wasn't this late in the game, but I'm happy it happened anyway.
Hey, we got the answer earlier, so like that.
Yeah, I think that was the blatant thing I was thinking of earlier. Was
that was actually the way they did that.
Yeah, it was like
there was a lot of wiggle room there.
Pretty sure they're a thing,
but there's wiggle room.
But it wasn't 100%. They didn't say it.
It wasn't ironclad there.
Yeah,
there's enough wiggle room for bigots to justify it not being gay.
Yeah, they left enough room to have an out. But this, no, there's no wiggle room.
Friendship ceremonies, though. That's what it is in like those what the like Harvest Moon games type stuff. It's always a girl can be together with another girl, but it's always a friendship ceremony.
Friendships, yeah, they're just giving each other jewelry, right? It's not an actual engagement ring. Lyra's literally down on a knee.
Yeah, it's
and holding
all
it up
human
and opening
like.
It is 100% traditional, stereotypical Western engagement proposal.
Yeah.
How I don't know. Like I said, the amount of mental gymnastics you would have to do in order to deny that is just go sign up for the Olympics because you'll win gold.
You win platinum.
They don't even have platinum.
They'll make one just for you.
They would make an entirely new higher level of medal for the level of gymnastics you would have to perform. So yes, this was a very, very good episode. I am very pleased by it.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. And good things happened in it.
Yeah, lots of good things, including, I guess, the conclusion of a story arc that's happened started a while ago. Big Mac and Sugar Belle getting together.
Big Mac and Sugar Belle. That reminds me of another thing like the CMC said. That we were important to them getting together. It's like...
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, not in a great way. He almost screwed it up. Which then, of course, they said they were trying to make up for it, so, okay. But I think that's enough ranting on that one. I don't got anything else to add. Probably think of more after recording, but that's usually how these go. Guess we can move on, unless you got anything else?
Nope.
Not
right now.
Not now. Only until after we stop recording. Because Murphy's Law. Anyway, end of discussion. On to fan content. I'm going to hold on to the mic, because I've got music. I've got 2 songs I want to feature this week. Bit interesting because they're both sort of by the same person, but one's a remix by someone else. So technically not. Yeah. Anyway, first one is Rokii's remix of Spikey Wikey's H.O.R.S E, The Word Is.
Hello?
Hello? Have you heard?
Heard what?
The word.
The word is. 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 H.O.R.S.E.
I really like Rokii's work on this. The driving beat and the bass that Rokii does, I really enjoy. It's a different take on it. It's a weird song. The original's weird just because of what it is, and this one still holds on to that weirdness, but the take that Rokii has on it is very well done, I think, and definitely hits the right buttons for me.
Yeah. It's very driving. Very, very driving.
Very driving beat.
Yeah, that's that thing. It's just kind of an interesting setup with the whole, like, that's this cold call the main 6 and tell them about horses.
Have you... hello, partner. Have you heard the good word about our Lord and Savior H.O.R.S.E? Yeah, weird little lines. Like I said, it's a weird song.
Yeah.
And those you can attribute to Spikey Wikey's work on the original. The second song I have is Spikey Wikey's Shining Free VIP mix.
Shining free. You shouldn't take your anger out on your friends. Who said anything about anger? I didn't say anything about anger. I'm not upset, and I am not angry. Do I look angry? Tank needs to hibernate. It's healthy for him, just like sleeping is healthy for us. What are you looking at? Shining free.
So we featured the original a little while back, and it was a great song. This one is very different from the original. The original was like a more mellow. I keep wanting to say like a French house thing, but I don't think French house is right. But it was a lot more mellow. Where this one's definitely like a high intensity, wall to wall DNB song. It's tons of energy and intensity in it, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it uses a weird thing. It kind of does this muffled sound throughout.
Yes, there's it sounds like it's overdriven in certain points, and the
When I shift into maximum overdrive.
Yeah, like I said, it's like wall to wall. It's like pushing the limiters to the wall.
Yeah,
which the MP3 version. I was listening.
Have a hard time handling.
I had to go and re-download
the up when we have the sample here.
Yeah, I had to re-download the FLAC because the MP3. It may show up in here depending on which point you picked. At certain points, the MP3 didn't like it very much, but FLAC it works fine. But yes, lots of intensity, lots of energy. Very different from the original, but still a lot of fun. I like it. But those are the music I've got. So how about you on fanfics?
Nothing new.
Nothing new
this week. I didn't really get around to reading a whole bunch of stuff.
We were busy.
Yeah, a little bit. Other stuff as well. But but Odyssey of a Thief did update with a new chapter in which Twilight fights the Rainbow Dash. Except her name's not Rainbow Dash here.
Melodia.
It's Melodia I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, she fights and Melodia is really full of herself. Huh. Because just assumes I'm going to win and I'm going to take Twilight and make her mine forever.
She is a deity.
Yeah, well,
a super powerful deity.
I guess in this universe, alicorns are not deities either.
Or like sub-deity. I don't know.
Yeah, you got that. But yeah, so they fight. And then, surprise, Twilight's not so easy to beat in the end. And then the harem aspects start to creep in harder.
Yep.
So it's like, I guess we are going in that direction.
We are going that direction.
Okay.
Dragon's not so happy about it, though.
Obviously not. Seems to be okay with sharing with Fluttershy or Skittershy.
Maybe. That one wasn't as super
There was a
honest.
line of dialogue.
There was a line. There's one person that I might be okay, but doesn't say who.
What's kind of
But
implied.
It's kind of implied.
I think this is one of the things you don't really need to spell it out for people.
No. Well, you sure? Look at how people react to some of the other things in the show. Where they really
need it stupid. That's not my problem.
Where they really need it spelled out.
I think that's having to spell it out just because someone really doesn't want to get it is kind of would be bad writing. But anyway, it's implied that rarity's implied, fine with the rarity is implied with the Fluttershy here, but not so much with the dash.
Skittershy?
Exactly. That's why I'm saying because they don't have their normal names. But yeah, she's not so happy with the Dash person.
Yeah.
And of course, then we got a whole thing about, hey, Dash actually knew Rarity's... Yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing, because Dash is, like, really old.
Yeah, apparently.
They all have history, and they all kind of know each other.
Yeah, we're just moving moving right along.
Yep. So I wonder who we're going to see next.
It's AJ or Pinky.
Yep, one of the two.
Unless they throw us for a loop.
Yeah. I don't know. That just seems how it's going, though, so one of the two is probably my expectation. That's the end of fanfic. That's the end of fan content. That's the end of this episode. Yes. Hope you liked what you heard. If you did, you can find all of our episodes, past, future, present, at pony411.libsyn.com. Remember, that's spelled Libsyn. So yes, go there, find them all. RSS feeds there as well. We're also available on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher.com, all those things. Just search for Pony411 and you will find us. On Google Play, you have to go to play.google.com/music before you search, but then you'll find us. We are also on YouTube, youtube.com/Pony411. So go subscribe to us there and click the notification bell to get notified and emailed whenever we put new episodes up. Also, don't forget to leave comments on the episode and let us know what you thought. And like it to let us know you liked it. Funny how that works. We're also on Ponyville Live with all of their other shows, so if you use that site, you'll find us amongst them. We also air on Ponyville FM every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, so tune in then, or tune in whenever, where you can hear great music. It's a great place to find live DJs and other stuff like that, so check them out. If you would like to get a hold of us, you can email us. We are pony411podcast@gmail.com. Send us comments, criticisms, suggestions, like if you if you have something you want us to talk about, send it our way and we will take a look. If you just want to say hi, that works too,
Hello.
I guess. We are also on Facebook, facebook.com/ponyforward1. We'll post updates there when they happen, like our page there, messages and all this sort of stuff. You know how Facebook works. We're also on Twitter @pony411. Follow us there. See us tweet random nonsense, if I can pronounce that right. Also tweet at us random nonsense, because that's pretty much all Twitter is. A bunch of random nonsense. See whatever we tweet and stuff like that. Like when we post new episodes or when we post toy reviews, which someone here just posted one.
Shoujo Twilight.
Yes.
Got mine, so did a review of it real quick. It's been literally over a year since we last did one.
Yes. There hasn't been like interesting merch to pick up and review.
Re-releases the same brushable mold over and over again.
And the brushables aren't that interesting.
I thought about
review.
doing that Comic-Con Twilight set, but then it's like I'd have to open it and
open it. Well, maybe you should have just bought 2. Then you could have opened one, reviewed it, and then still had your unopened one.
No.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
No.
No. What you're supposed to do is get close enough to Hasbro that they send you a free one specifically for reviewing purposes, right? Obviously. Like that'll ever happen. Back to the Twitter thing. We also have our own personal Twitter accounts. You can follow us there. I am at Alca7raz with a 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end. And they are at Nemesis Prime 1. So yes, that's the end of the episode. Hope you like what you heard. Hope you tune in next week when it happens.
The finale.
The finale.
The series finale.
The series finale.
The ending of the end and the last problem.
Yes, because there's a prologue. It's 3 things. It's an epilogue. It's a prologue.
I'm sorry, what?
Guess what? We know something that apparently we didn't know before. No, it's an epilogue.
Yeah.
So yes, finale and epilogue coming up.
3 episodes.
Next week.
It's going to be a big thing.
It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a thing. So hope you tune in then. Really hope you tune in then. But remember, until then, please, pony responsibly. See ya.
Goodbye.